Oh my goodness, I was not ready for that. I need to have I need to have a bit of a wind down. It just goes boom. Oops, the daisy. Hang on, I wanted to hide that. Oh, you can see my the dogs the dogs today. Hi. Fancy meeting you here in this little old place. All of the nobodies. Um what's happening? I need to not touch my microphone. Need to not touch my microphone. Okay. Oh, I need at least one person in here, otherwise I don't know if I'm making noise. I think I am. So yeah, I've got a bunch of earrings that need sorting. That's what's down here. So I was gonna do it undercover. You caught me. All the nobody in here. Anyway, hi. Fancy meeting you here in this little old place. I'm Tish and this is Echo Echo. Now previously I have had a student, okay, who oh, look, he bless him. Um, he did not know how to say echo, echo. But see that, so the children, I will not say God bless them because this is really annoying that they do this. They found my TikTok. I've been private for a while on TikTok because of it. Oh no, that's not what I want to do. And it's really annoying because it's actually one of the better performing places that I go on for Enagic stuff. I get pretty good numbers over there. Which, by the way, anything that I say about Enagic is my own opinion. Okay. Anyway, everything's my own opinion. TBH. Yeah. So there was a child who found my TikTok and they were like, "Oh, I saw you, eco Tish." Bless him. Look, he's kind of a funny little fella. He's not the most behaved person, but he's always pretty like tongue in cheek, like, "Oh, eco Tish." And today I finally told him that he's been pronouncing it wrong for like the last 6 months. So, like, it's, hey, buddy, it's the words echo. And he's like, "Really? That doesn't sound right." Like, "It's right, I promise." Anyway, so here we are. We are going to be watching Randy from Nelo Life. Randy is a career scammer, in my opinion. He has, well, I don't know where he was before. Well, he was with Transact and Finmore, which is where he dragged a whole bunch of people from. Yeah, not a very nice guy, in my opinion. However, the people at Nelo Life, at the head of Nelo Life, say he's their best guy. He's our best guy. We love him. Uh, I think he's an embarrassment to humans. Like, let me explain. He actually he did a Zoom presentation of the opportunity, and it was on his iPad, and his iPad kept timing out. It like kept turning off, and his solution to that technical problem was to have a guy stand near his iPad and just like keep it awake by like toggling like the screen, like it was just uh-huh. Yeah. Highly technical solution there, Randy. I'm Pretty sure that's from American Dad, by the way. I was trying to work out where it's from for a long time now. Um, yeah, so the other funny thing about that though for Randy is that I actually told them a solution because I was in the live chat. I said, "Why don't you change the iPad settings so that it doesn't switch off?" And they did not do that. Yeah, anyway, someone also told me because I said, "Oh, I don't know about this. Like, are you sure that I'll be able to trade crypto?" And they said, "Yeah, don't worry about it. You'll catch on soon enough." And I was like, "Are you sure?" And they were like, "Yeah." So I'm very worried about this company. They also have sent out a bunch of cease and desists. Mm. I don't think you can send one to me. Oh, we might have some sort of treaty like Australia and Nelo and America because they sent one to Julie Anderson. Hmm. Interesting. Uh, but I've got my own cease and desist to worry about, okay? uh, and yeah, it's just a scare tactic, really. So we're going to have a look at Randy's training. I was inspired to do this by a DeeCee and also always inspired by DeeCee. And that's why I am streaming my mobile like this. She talked me through. It was really good. All right. I'm not about the watching the numbers. I've got like a thing that's telling me numbers and I'm like, I need to put it away because I'm just staring at it constantly. Okay. Yeah, so DeeCee showed me how to use this. Good on her. And this is just getting a video out quickly without having to edit it and fall asleep. My last video where I was watching Balash, who is the mega upline of the Australian and Agic teams. I had to retape it. I was very tired. So I apologize if you saw it and felt embarrassed for me. Ugh. Um, Sometimes I'll be watching back my old videos. No, not the old bit. When I'm editing and the shit. Oh no, I'm gonna get demonetized. The crap that comes out of my mouth when I sleep talk about MLM stuff. It's ridiculous. Makes no sense. Okay, let's watch this thing. It is long. I don't think we'll get through the whole thing, but I would like to be on here for less than 2 hours, but we'll see how we go. Oh, I didn't realize we had Eric Allen. Sorry about the plane going overhead. We're not even really that close to the airport. We're in the flight lane, you know. That'll be the next interesting. The next, I haven't flown too many times since I've lived here, so I haven't flown over the house. All right. Eric Allen is the one of the founders of Nelo Life, and he calls everybody fam, and it sucks, and I hate it, and he's gross, and he's a white savior. Anyway, he's talking about Randy. See, I don't know why they rate him so highly. He's a doofus, you know? Like mm-mm. The other thing that I really hate about Nelo Life is the freaking the targets. So they are going after older people who may not be as technologically savvy, thinking that these men, look at these very impressive businessmen, they're so good. They're such good men, and they're just getting scammed by these men who seem to have prestigious careers, but they really don't. They're they are serial MLM, either distributors, creators, whatever. They're terrible people, in my opinion.
Friends, I'll let you know a little secret. We are going to be this amazing, no-brainer lifestyle membership.
That's one of my favorite phrases. No brainer. They think that that is a good thing, but I think it's bad because you need to put your brain away if you're going to be doing this for an extended period of time.
Ourselves as a world-class personal development factory. Give everybody what they want on the front end.
No, you're not either of those things. Like, no.
Everybody what they need on the back end to be the best versions of themselves, and those that choose to grow a real global business with us, make sure they're fully equipped to do so. So Randy said he wouldn't mind if we just started off real quick. We want to be a company that celebrates you, loves you, and this is amazing. Going into our 5th week, Randy. 30.
It's okay if a business that you're with doesn't love you. In fact, it's probably preferred. Like, it's a job. It's supposed to be like there's supposed to be separation. Can I love my career as a teacher? Yes. Do I want am I indoctrinated in it so that I excuse everything that happens in my career? No. You know, the toxic positivity, it's just ridiculous. It's so hard to keep it up to, you know? Ugh. I was listening to it was Julie Joe's latest video where she watched the Lime Life CEO founder, I can't remember, doing, announcing some new thing. And I was commuting, so I didn't listen to it. I didn't watch it, I mean, I listened to it instead. But it's like I could hear the smile in her voice the whole time, Lime Life just we started with a little dream and it was like this. And it's like you can hear the smile, and it was so just like, okay. I like sugary drinks. I like sweetness, but ooh, toothache. Yeah, so I'm getting the same vibes here.
Look at all of our one-star affiliates. I'm going to click through quickly. Look for your name.
Oh yeah.
Do you see it? Do you see it? Those are all one-star affiliates. That means they've come in and they sponsored one other commission qualified affiliate.
Are you kidding me? That's a participation trophy, Eric. Are you kidding? Like, what a bunch of bullshit. And I mean, look, we obviously can't see it because we're on the little screen anyway. Why did I talk like that? I do not know. Um, so we can't see it, but even if it was, hang on, let's blow it. I'll blow it up to how much it's supposed to be. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Can I see some names now? I mean, yeah, sorta. Like you'd have to maybe zoom in a little bit more. Yeah, right. Ooh, hang on. Get it back in the right spot. Come on, Tish, work it out. I don't mind if we have some lurkers who are just having a squiz. Oh, do people know that? Squiz, just having a look. Sometimes I say things that terms that Australians use, and I'm like, no one's even going to think that Like that's a real word that we use. Yeah, have a squiz. Have a squiz and look. Have a squiz at this. What's that? A shortened version of? No idea.
Randy, I don't know about you, but if they can enroll one, it probably tells them they can enroll two, three, four, and they've taken the first step. Look at all these. All these people become one-star affiliates already in just a few short weeks. Congratulations. We're going to go ahead and celebrate those who've gotten unified. They went out, they personally sponsored 2 commission qualified affiliates and helped them to each get 2. That makes them a 2-star.
That's like the bare minimum. Come on. Are you kidding? It's their mum and their partner or their dog or their, like that's a no-brainer, Eric. Wow.
3 stars. We've got yourself and others that are 4 or 5 stars knocking on the door of global affiliate. Well done, friends. Those of you who are 2 stars, you're going to see the unified gear show up in your digital office. And
Wow. This company has so much merch. Are you fucking kidding? I'm gonna swear now because it's 20 minutes in. This is where they're making their money. They're making their money on the weekly the monthly thing, the monthly payment, and this gear. They're selling merch. Like that's ridiculous. What do you need a merch that says unified? That's so dumb. It's also a little bit culty because guess what cults have? A uniform. I don't like it. I don't like it.
my wife Casey, I know Samantha, I know lots of others that are excited to be sporting this gear. So
Your wife, you say? Why would she be sporting it? Is she unified? Did you sign up your wife, Randy? I mean, that's not Randy. Eric, did you sign up your wife? Hmm. Oh, hang on. He's a founder. Is she a distributor? Ooh, that's a bit juicy. Because if you're a founder, are you also a distributor, Eric? Because he was a distributor at Finmore, and he was one of the top distributors because he knew they were closing down before everybody did. And that's why he started this company, in my opinion. Go watch my butt legally, and it's a good butt.
2-star, the unified gear links activated, and only 2 stars and above can get in there and get all this great gear. By the way, we don't make money on this. I think you'll see that in the pricing. It's premium quality stuff that
Why would you have it then? Fuck all the way off. We don't make money on this. Why would you have something that, and you said it's premium? Why do you need gear? Why do people need to spend money on it? Don't create it. Do you want people to save money? Use their money more wisely? Don't create the fucking merch. Like, come on.
all of you. The first life trip, we went ahead, Randy, we added 25 more rooms. It is filling up like crazy. Friends, we would love to see you there. Obviously,
Friends. We're not friends, actually, unless you're in my downline or you're a member of my fucking company, and then you're my fam/friends. Ugh. So you have to join this company and go on holidays with them? Ooh, yuck. No No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you.
We'd love for you to earn that trip in your commissions by working hard here. Go ahead, put your deposit down if you are interested in joining us. There's only so many rooms to go around.
God, how many people do you think would either get to a point where they put their down payment on there and then they don't get enough money for the rest, so they lose that? Either that or they go on it and almost bankrupt themselves just because they don't want to waste that down payment. You know, these guys just, they have no forethought for anyone else other than like what they constitute as money in the bank. Like the people are on a Zoom, they're looking at little freaking dollar signs on the people. That's it.
Go to your live travel portal, and we did just open up 25 more rooms for a second time. It's going to be awesome. I mean, just to hang out with Randy Schrader on the beach alone is worth the trip.
I think the fuck not. No, 1,000 times no. I'm going to say I'd rather friggin', you know, break my toe than talk to Randy for longer than I had to. God damn. That's your draw card? That's your gotcha? Oh, you got to come on the trip. Randy's coming on the trip. You do, even though they are like preying on older people, there are quite a few younger people in it. I can't see Randy being their cup of tea at all. I'm 47 and I still think he sucks. I mean, of course, because he's in an MLM, but here we are.
Reed, I know you're excited about this one. Ladies and gentlemen, we have extended the unified bonus. Normally you have 30 days from the time you sponsor a new affiliate to help them get unified for you to realize that $75 US unified bonus. A lot of you have been asking Eric. I got off to a slow start and life got in the way. It took me a week after I signed up to even figure out what I signed up for. I was so excited. I get it. I'm ready to.
I'm so excited, but I didn't know what I was signing up for. Are you for real? But is that a way you're going to sell your fucking program? Oh, I didn't even know what I was signing up for. Well, why didn't you? Do you know the contract that you signed? Do you know how much this is going to cost you? Do you know if they take your social media? Do you know if you're allowed to be in another company? Have you read the fine print on that contract? Yeah? Because somebody who's on a fixed income, like a person who's elderly, who's living off their 401k or their retirement fund, if there's anything that affects their budget, that might really be a bad situation. But these people don't fucking care whatsoever. They are the targets, and they were with Finmore and Transact as well. And that's why I'm talking about it, because I just think they're vultures, you know? Gross. If you haven't gotten involved and you don't know what it is, shouldn't be a part of the company. Also, Eric, why do you have to extend the unified bonus? Is business not as good as you thought it was going to be? That you have to extend it? Is that what's happening? You can't subsist. You thought, oh, we're going to get more people than this. We better extend the unified bonus. Yeah, because I think you'll find a company that's successful is going to have a little bit, like, they're going to be tightening up those reins so that the company maximizes their how much money they can make off everything else, you know? I hate it.
We don't want to leave anybody behind. We know some will. So this is a great chance for everybody through the end of May. Even if you signed up people in mid-April, help them get unified. That is the backbone of our entire unified global pay plan. If you help anyone to get unified by May 31st, you get $75. Obviously, if you sign them up today, you have 30 days to get them unified. Just a great way to go back to people who got caught up in all the excitement and all the emotions came in. Let's literally show them what we have our hands on.
What do you mean? What are you talking about? All the people who came in? Aren't they performing well for you, Eric? Did they join and perhaps didn't start recruiting? Because perhaps, just saying, somebody in the business, maybe the founders, told them that they didn't have to recruit if they didn't want to. They can just be a member and get by like that, right? But sounds like you're trying to push everybody to recruit. That's what it sounds like to me. Don't know what it sounds like to anybody else, but it's just so gross. Like, so gross. And to suggest that people don't know what they're doing is also ignorant. I'm sorry. Like, I've only been talking. The video's only been going for 4 minutes. And I've just been like, because I do not like this man. He is a decades long scammer who has been talking about this fucking the matrix in his payment schedule or whatever, like how unique it is, etc., etc. I'm like, I'm sorry, did you call it the Matrix? That fictional movie by the Wachowski sisters? That one? That's gonna be the thing that guides your life. That's what I do not understand about like the QAnon people. It's like and the red pillars and stuff. And it's like, you know that was just like a fictional movie. And also, most people who are, all about red pilling and stuff like that, they're transphobic. And the Wachowski sisters are trans. And they've confirmed that it is about them coming out as trans. And it's like, duh. Like, the fact that the irony of so many people who are anti-trans using a trans story for their manifestos is just quite hilarious. It was Minnie just made a little noise. Update on Mabel. Mabel she has been nesting. She looks like she might have her puppies very soon. So, yeah, no, look, you can't come over, okay? I'm sorry. Minnie has not got a bigger belly as Mabel. I think Mabel might have 4 or 5 in there. And exciting because we don't know who is the father. I might do like a Maury Povich type thing where I go like like bring the puppies out and say like and then hide them and then puppies because we'll know who the father is by what they look like. Oh, not if they're chocolate, actually. If they're just plain chocolate, I won't know who the father is. But if they're black and tan, that's a Wilbur. Wilbur has fathered the puppies. And if they're speckled or dappled with chocolatey bits, that's a Murphy baby. So we'll have a Maury Povich type you, Murphy. You are not the father. Can't wait for that. Minnie, you can't come over here. I'm sorry. Like you can't. She's just here. Everybody. Hello. All right. Let's keep going with this fool.
on here. So no matter when you came in prior to the end of last month, you were going to have till May 31st to get them unified. And then Randy, we just came out with this promotion a few hours ago. How do you like this, friends? Starting today, whatever you did this morning, your time counts all the way through 11:59 p.m. Central Time next Monday. It is our first High Five Challenge. We'll have lots of these. They'll take on different shapes, different forms. This one's pretty sweet. If you go and sign up 5 new commission qualified affiliates as of this morning through next Monday at 11:59 Central Time, we're going to go ahead and give you $50 cash to spend however you want in the swag store. By the way, that's all.
Oh, you get $50 in our own store. And you have to recruit 5 people to get a $50 voucher to get Nelo life shit. What a jib. How long does it take to recruit one person? Think about it. I think it's a fairly time consuming endeavor, because if you're going to go from, deciding who your warm market is, putting out videos, answering messages, talking to them, it's quite a time consuming thing. And I would put it at anywhere from, 2 to 10 hours. Depends, at a minimum. Yeah, hello. These people have to do that 5 times, and you get a $50 voucher. Not for anything useful you can spend on. Like, you can't go to Walmart, and you can't go to Target, and you can't go to Costco. You can't spend it on your rent or your utilities. No, you can spend that $50 at the swag store. Yeah, such a good fucking promotion. Like, you have to be kidding. Like, he's talking about it like, wow, we're really going to change lives with this. Yeah, your life. You're going to put money in your bank account, because five affiliates, that is so much money to them. $50 to the person is peanuts. Like, god damn, they are so scammy.
So $125 just on the starter bonus. And heck, you go get one of them unified, there's another $75. Randy, we're like trying to give away our money to people.
No, you're not.
The effort. So
That's absolutely untrue. You are not fucking doing that. It's not cash they can spend, the extra $50. That's cash in the swag store. That is not useful to people. It's only useful to you because they might wear their dumb unified fucking merch around and say, "Oh, what's that? Is that some sort of sports team?" Oh, no, that's my wonderful business where my friend Eric, ugh, he gave us $50 for this shirt. God, he sucks. Oh my God. There's a couple of people in MLMs who, it's like, as soon as I see them, as soon as I hear them, it's like fingernails on a chalkboard. Cannot stand them. One of those people is Bethany, from Your Sober Guide from Amare. Can't stand her. Veronica Bay. The way she talks in one tone like this, and she thought she was going to be an anchor of a major news, and she thought she's the best salesperson because she was at the top of my night, and then she tried real estate and she sucked at it. Anyway, but Eric is one of those people, which is nails on a chalkboard. God damn. And Randy, He's a close second on that one. Oh, and my good old friend Kylie from the Rural Freedom Movement. I do not like her, and I'm allowed to say that because it's just an opinion, right?
This morning will go until next Monday, and based on the momentum we've seen today, something's happened today, Randy, where people are just something's changed. It's like it's becoming more real, or they're finally starting to like me. Nick, I don't know what it is, but today's been a really big day, so capitalize on it. Go sign up 5 new commission qualified.
Oh, he's so funny. Self-depreciating joke. Oh, people are starting to like me. You think everybody likes you. You can so tell that. This is a man who I do not think is attractive, but is conventionally attractive. He looks like that all American sort of like college, used to be a college athlete, that sort of thing. And you can tell that he has had a lot of privilege because of that. And, cis het white Christian boy man who is not afraid to scam people and make money off it. Yeah, he's had a lot of privilege in his life, and you can tell. So, him saying, "Oh, people might like me," he does not think that no one likes him. In fact, he assumes that everybody loves him. And you know what? There's probably a lot of people who do like him like that, because he is hiding that part of his personality. But I see the snake. I see it.
Affiliates, you're going to get $50 cash to spend in the swag store, plus all the other commission bonuses as well. Randy, thank you for letting me take up just a little bit of your precious time, but I thought it was important to get those announcements out. Okay, now let's get right to it. I know why you showed up here. I know why you're piling in. You want to hear right from Randy Schrader. Here's what I love about our company. We got legends that have made multiple 8 figures that are willing to come.
What does that mean? Hello, Sarah's Corner. What does that mean? Multiple 8 figures? Has he done it twice? Has he done it in different companies? That just tells me he's a super scammer more than anything. What else? What else? God, he's just such a can't stand him.
Here graciously, and although a lot of you are on Randy's team, he and the other leaders have a one big team concept because all boats rise. He has an abundance mentality, and they just
Yeah, he does have an abundance mentality. He will make money off anyone. He doesn't care. He just will he'll take advantage of anyone if they've got spare money, especially little old ladies, little old men, very desperate people. That's his favorite. They think Randy's doing good by him, but he absolutely is not.
pour into it. The things we want to know, sometimes the things we need to hear, not what we want to hear. This is for serious builders, leaders that want to.
I feel like I'm listening to Curb Your Enthusiasm music in my head right now. This is for serious builders. he, I've already told the story about the dumb iPad that he didn't know how to make turn on, leave on. That's your best guy. He's our best guy. God damn.
Answer the call to leadership and maximize the power of now. Now, it's pretty special as someone who has a networker's heart who's on the ownership side for a guy like this to be a part of us from day one. He's forgotten more than a lot of us know. He gives great insights. Here's what.
Yeah, I think he has forgotten. Like, maybe he had a part of him that, was empathetic towards people who were struggling, but now I don't think he has that. So he has forgotten that there are humans underneath all of the money that he's getting. Yeah.
Respect about Randy. He's never for favors. He's never whining. He's never complaining. He tells you what he thinks.
He's never whining or complaining. Do you think that could be because he is ridiculously successful at scamming people? He's made let's just measure it, a fuck ton of money off scamming people? He's very financially rewarded from the scam? That's gonna make him pretty happy, I gotta say. What's to complain about when you are, rolling in money? And I know DeeCee checked out his, real estate holdings, and he is a very rich man. But remember oh, Mimi, are you okay? God damn, the dogs. Um, he is a very successful man. Where was I? Oh, yeah. So it doesn't mean that what they're doing is not a scam. It just means the scam is working for them, but it won't work for everyone. Uh, MLMs have a 99% failure rate, and that comes from the FTC as well as the John Taylor study, and from various network marketing companies' income disclosure statements.
He just gets back to work. He is always, always leading by example. You ever heard of a high production, low maintenance person? Randy Schrader is the most high production, low maintenance person that I've had the pleasure to work with. He is a bedrock, a foundational piece to our movement. And
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you just say a movement? Um, you're in an MLM, dickhead. You're not changing the world. You may be changing some people's worlds for the worse, that's for sure. This man has a picture of him saving people in Africa, like a big group of people with him in the middle as a white savior. He's just the best. Ugh.
we're just blessed to have him. We're certainly blessed the next hour to have him pour into us. So please proceed with an open mind, open heart. I
No,
encourage you to take notes.
no, I'm not going in with an open mind or open heart. I'm sorry. Because this is a scam, my friend. No, he's not my friend. It's just a phrase. They did make the recording available. That's why I'm watching it now. Randy posted this one. Thanks, Randy. As somebody who is studying a bachelor of psychology currently, fuck all the way off with that. No, you don't have that knowledge. You have a knowledge of how to manipulate people. That's what that is. Uh, sociopathy? Psychopathy? Hmm. Look, I can't analyze anyone at the moment, but I may be able to one day. Um, I think it's time that I started introducing myself that am a psychologist to be. Can you imagine? Uh, and they always say like, I don't know if I'm going to be an effective psychologist. I need a therapist as well. So,
Out of the gate, I get to call my friend and a business partner, Mr. Randy Schrader. Take it away, my man.
Aaron, thank you so very much. Thanks for having me here.
Randy, he's wearing a tie. I'm sorry, Gert the turtle. I am talking. Someone's gonna the replay crew. There's like people in and out. I'm not just talking to myself. Um, like I have a YouTube channel that people watch on the replay. Thanks, replay crew. Uh, I suppose I'm a little bit insane. Why does Randy look like he he he's just got a real work experience kid look about him today? Does he have short sleeves on? I don't know. This just looks the guy on the bottom of the screen. Oh, the people on the bottom of the screen, it's a Zoom meeting that's being broadcast to a company of MLMers, people who in an MLM. We're being scammed by these two men. Anyway, yeah, Randy looks, I don't know, he looks inept. It is early, Sarah's Corner. It's okay. Like I knew this was an odd time to do a live, but that's okay. Because it's it's better than a pre-recorded video. Like it's a bit sort of like a time-saving measure because I don't have to edit this, and I can get a video out at least. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not worried about the numbers at the moment. No way. I know that there'll be some on the replay. And on the weekend, we are roasting with the Clown Town, myself and the Clown Town. I think we're doing Olive Tree people. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, no, it's Boss Babe Bingo. It's bingo.
You already did. You're so far ahead of me. That's very impressive. Okay. So, folks, when Eric asked me to be on here tonight, I was glad. I was glad for the opportunity. And I'm hoping
Because he wants to recruit people and make them all go in his team, and he's going to indoctrinate them enough so that if this business fails, like the last one or the last couple that have failed for Randy, he'll take him to the next company and squeeze as much money out of him as he can, so he can maintain his way of life. I'm so glad. So glad you let me on this call to further indoctrinate people. Gross.
I'm going to start with talking about something that might be to a degree uncomfortable for many of you. But I'm okay with that because when we avoid that which is uncomfortable, then by definition we don't have the growth that we should have.
That's not true. That's not true. This ridiculousness that MLMers spout of, oh, you don't grow unless out of difficulty. If you don't suffer, you don't learn the lesson. No, you can learn in comfort as well. You don't have to always suffer to learn a lesson, that's for sure. But that's them priming people to lose money and friends and respect and their jobs, possibly because they choose to go into network marketing. Like it's a priming tactic to get them used to working under shitty conditions, because it's like, oh, it's okay. I know it feels hard at the moment, but no one who ever suffered, like, oh, didn't learn a lesson or whatever. And it's just bullshit.
So let's just recognize this common truth. I'm glancing here. We've got a nice crowd. We've got a couple hundred people here. I don't know, but I'm willing to bet
Spit it out.
my strongest opinion is that if we've got a couple hundred people on this session right now, it is likely that maybe 10% max of those people are people whose very first introduction to the network marketing industry is happening right now. At an absolute maximum, it's 10%. I've given the
What? 10% don't know what network marketing it is? Why would that many people not know that they are in network marketing? Hello, Monica. If you have anyone in the meeting who doesn't know what network marketing is, when you are doing a training for people in a network marketing company, I would say that's really shitty that you have fucking somebody's recruited them and hasn't explained that they're in a multi-level marketing company. That's bullshit. My goodness. Must be early for you, Monica, that's for sure. It is early, I know, I know. I know we're gonna have a lot on the replay. Hey. I don't mind. I saw DeeCee talking about Randy the other day, and when I thought it was this I thought I was watching the same training as DeeCee, but I think this is different. But he's just so the audio's really low. Okay. All right. I'll turn him up a little bit. He like DeeCee was watching him, and he's just so arrogantly like, this is the best situation. He's very arrogant, and I don't like it. Thank you, Mighty Possum. That kind of looks like the picture in Mighty Possum's display looks like a sausage dog. I know, Monica. Same. As soon as they're so silly. The way, and that's the same with my person who is threatening to sue me. I got my own cease and desist as well. But in Australia, it's called a concern notice. Didn't know that. Because they're threatened, and it's like we're allowed to have an opinion, and this is your video. I'm just playing your video and saying what I think about it. I don't know. I know that I wonder if there are some things um to where you can sue for defamation or send out a cease and desist from America to Canada. There might be something like that. I don't know what the rules are as far as America and Australia, because we are America's lapdogs usually. Oh, I love a whippet and greyhound/greyhound. When we lived elsewhere, we used to go to a local dog park, and Minnie, who was in the stream before. Minnie's best friend was a greyhound. They used to cuddle. It was very cute. Okay, we keep going. I'll see if I can turn this up a little bit.
Experiences that many of us have gone through for the last year or two, then I can imagine that for quite some number of you, this might not be the very first network marketing company that you've introduced to a candidate, and it may not even be the first network marketing company you've introduced to a candidate in the last 6 months. You may have introduced a candidate last year. Now, when that's true, what I like.
Oh, really, Randy? Really? You fucking know it's true, dickhead. I say that not as an ad hominem. That's just one of my it's like bitch, No, Randy. Okay. Oh, you can't hear it at all? Ah, right. Yeah, of course they've pitched to a company because you dragged a bunch of people from one company to another, Of course, dude. He knows that, and he's being facetious. Okay, I will try and turn it up a little bit more.
To do is let the house of cards fall. I like to acknowledge the truth, call it what it is. So we know that in every single instance, if I contemplated this as the universe of people who have embraced the network marketing industry, and real life, it's a network marketing company. It is a home-based business. We could call it direct selling. We could call it network marketing. We could call it multi-level marketing. And by the way, I know when I say that very thing, that just caused many of you to tense up. Oh my God. Only when the day comes that you believe as I believe, when you believe to the center of your being that the fundamental principles which govern direct selling are superior to the principles which govern conventional business. Then you will never again divert your gaze. You will never again feel insecure about telling someone that you've got the good news. Shout the good news from the rooftops.
This guy's what a fool. That is so foolish. What a fool. My goodness. Yeah, it's good for you, Randy, because you've become ridiculously rich from it. Not every 1% of people succeed, Randy. 1%. How can that be better than conventional business? A business model where 99% of the participants fail and 1% don't. That's better than big business? That's better than any other model? Like, what an absolute fool.
And what I discover most frequently is that the lack is not in desire. The lack is not even necessarily in skill. The lack is in belief. If one has a strong enough belief, then the candidate hears the belief more loudly than they hear the words that we're describing.
No, Randy. It's the business model, and you know it. Like, what he's talking about now is manipulation because he fucking knows. He knows. He knows what the situation is. He knows that he is ripping off people. God damn. Yeah, yep, that's it, Mighty Possum. Yep. And that's probably a pretty good statistic for 50%. Sometimes it's worse than that. Yeah. Also, Randy, is this your screen here? What's the circle about? Because remember, oh, sorry, for those who have just joined us, the guy who introduced him, Eric Allen, said that Randy's the best trainer. He's so good. He's just fantastic. We got a wonky circle on the screen. That's right. Oh, yeah. Like, Randy would probably blame them all. Oh, you didn't believe hard enough. Oh, my goodness, Mighty Possum. That is terrible. Wow. The old Avon ladies. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. I wonder how many people do that. I had suspected that there were a few people, like top leaders in some of the companies who have saved a position for their child. Like was suspicious that Tony from Monate had saved a position for her daughter and Jay's daughter. Oh, is it her daughter or is it just Jay's daughter? It's her daughter, but could be her stepdaughter because Jay's her second husband, I think. But uh, yeah, the daughter was on a ah, it's okay now, Kita. I said it's all right. The replay crew will be catching up later. Yeah, Tony's daughter. So Tony was the first recruit from Monate, and she just got terminated under some interesting situation. And the daughter was once on. They did the Monate ministry call at the beginning of last year. They didn't do it at the beginning of this year because Stu, the president, who was one of the drivers of that, he had left. But the one from last year, it had a whole bunch of current distributors and the daughter, who was just like, "Oh, I love Monate. It's so great. It's wonderful." And da la la. And she used to, get on Tony's lives and stuff. So I thought that they might have had a position saved for her, but they just got terminated. So There could have been a position like an extra position in Tony's name there. Oh, well, look at Enagic. Enagic, the water company, they have a distributor, which is a product. They have this hack that they teach all their downlines where they get a product. It's called, what is it called again? It's the Ukon, which is a turmeric product, and you can either get it as a capsule, as a tea, or as a powder, I think, Ukon. And they have a hack. They call it a hack. It's actually just a freaking like a scam where you can enroll an Ukon as a distributor and but it goes for you. It goes to you. So you have 2 accounts with an Enagic. And they teach this quite like openly. I've seen it taught openly. And yeah. So yeah, it's wild. Most distributors will tell you that they'll have a ghost account where, like to get the orders through, if you need a certain amount of volume, they'll have a ghost account where they can order stuff just to make sure that they qualify if they have a company that has like, limits and stuff like that. Because sometimes you can miss out on your bonuses and you miss out on your commission if you haven't got enough personal volume. So it's one of the many, many ways that they scam. All right, we'll get back to Randy and his friggin' circle. God damn.
Our words can be absolutely perfect, but what the candidate will hear is our belief. And so it's been stated many times about the companies that I've heard Eric and others describe the fact that there are somewhere around 6 million people, maybe they've heard this from Nick, somewhere around 6 million people in the United States who have embraced the network marketing industry. They believe what I believe, or they at least hope what I believe to be true. 6 million of us, not 6 million, out of approximately 300 million people in America, right? So we have here a very, very, very small minority of society. That for me does not represent challenge. That for me represents opportunity. The biggest difficulty that I see among many is there is a tendency to want to do the easy work. The easy work is to talk to those people who have already embraced the industry, or at least it seems like that's easier. They've already crossed the bridge of deciding that network marketing is good, not bad, and so therefore we only have to get them across one more bridge, deciding that Nelo Live is a great entry in the network marketing industry. And so over here we've got 300 million people, and out of these 300.
Wow, Mighty Possum, that's crazy. You were told to get a ghost account and make accounts for customers, but have it delivered to my address. They'd pretend I'd get my commission, never did. Many times I'd end up owing them money at the end of the month somehow. Wow, that's crazy. It sounds like a trap that a lot of people fall into. And it's so not fair because they don't lead with that. They lead with stuff like Randy's saying, there's 300 million people and there's so many possibilities. And look at me. I have this house and I have this. He's a multiple 8-figure earner, and it's so deceptive and it's not fair. And it's like, how can people do crap like this? Because they have very heavy lobbying groups that lobby the government so that they can sort of like not be honest about it. Yeah, that's terrible. Yeah, they do. They lead with the cash. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, a lot of them are targeting sort of people who are fresh out of high school and that because it's like I did. I'm a teacher, just FYI, in case people don't know, and I did actually teach a unit about financial risk. Now, the age group of the students was 14. I don't think they will remember that when they graduate, when they're 18, which is when people are going to target them for uh, like MLMs. And there's a couple who do it who are pretty insidiously targeting like Amway. They love the 18-year-olds. In America, I know Cutco are really big on college campuses. and yeah, like they take advantage of people sort of not knowing as much, and that's where we come like into plan, because even though Gen Z and Gen Alpha might be a little bit less savvy in those sorts of things, they're going to Google it. They're going to Google it, like, oh, company name, and you'll see pretty much all the time there's going to be some anti MLM out there as well. So, which is uh probably been getting bigger and bigger in the last few years, and that is reflected in their numbers. They're definitely going down. Because yeah, it's they can see the scam, they can watch a video about it, and yeah, even though we get threatened with legal with cease and desists and defamation cases, we soldier on. Woo! Oh, definitely, definitely, especially credit file stuff. Yeah. Uh, absolutely. Yeah. And the one of the companies that I've been following, that I've really been focusing on in Australia, in Agic, they actually offer another hack other than the turmeric hack, where you buy a certain amount of products and it's called a quad. It costs $16,000, and it basically is a way of buying your rank and going up the top of, or getting to a position sooner. And they actually have financing options for that in conjunction with some banks, which is disgusting. Yeah. And their target is farmers, which is double disgusting because they're already doing it tough, like 24/7. Um, Now, Kita, I am not a millennial. Oh, I'm an exennial. Sorry, I'm on the cusp. So I also do not answer the phone unless I know it and have Googled it. I'm on the cusp, but I say I'm Gen X so that our podcast makes sense. That's I have podcasts with the Clown Town, and we have a Gen Z, we have a millennial, and we have a Gen X. So Uh, yes, that's it. When you are doing Avon, there's a big upsell of all the stuff that you need, especially because we know, like, got a heightened sense of cleanliness, especially with COVID and stuff like that. Everything needs to be like clean, and you need a bunch of surfaces and disposable ones and blah 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 and all that sort of stuff. I saw somebody, so one of the top people from Q Sciences left and is doing the master resale rights. She recently put a post up in on her Instagram saying, "Hey, I'm always really interested in learning about, like, what's your opportunity? What are you doing in MLM? I just like learning." I'm like, "Oh, is MRR not doing so well for you, Kristen?" And somebody literally put paid per letter in there. I'm like, I don't think paid per letter is Kristen's like bag. They have done so many photo shoots for the master resale rights thing that it's like she can't do paid per letter. That is not visible enough for her. God damn. Randy, this is their best guy, and this is what the training is. Look at those friggin' circles. This is terrible. This is a bad training. I know that we're on the teeny tiny screen, um, so it's a little bit harder to see. When they were going through their, like, ranks, I went bigger. Even if you go here, like, Randy, this is terrible. For real. God damn. Because wouldn't you, if he's doing it on an iPad or whatever, why can't you just if you do a circle on most surfaces, like if you do a circle in Procreate and you just leave your pen there for a little bit, it automatically goes into a circle. Like you could do this so much more professionally. I don't even want to think about what DeeCee would say about this, but she would not be happy. And I joined her in that unhappiness.
Million, we have about 294 million that are never being contacted. Because what's happening instead is here we have our universe. Our universe has Herbalife in it, it has New Skin in it, it has Amway in it, it has NSA. So that's all these old line companies, Forever Living Products. They've been around since the early to mid 1980s, the early 1990s. And then there's a group of companies.
No, they're older than that, mate.
Got involved in the 1990s, and they were companies like Synergy. And by the way, over here in this original group, there was Nelo, and there are a bunch of other companies. And then as time has gone on, what have we seen? We've seen companies like Janess and companies like Monavi and companies like Agile.
I think he was with Monavi. I heard that the other day. Yeah, great. Randy, just list companies. Who cares? Like, just say, yeah, there are other companies. There's like fucking thousands of them, dude.
And of course, we know that some of them survive and they stay in the universe, and some of them don't stand the test of time and they're no longer in the universe. But by and large, my observation is this has been a correct observation now for 34 years, is that mostly this person in this network marketing company is talking to this person in another network marketing company. This Amway person is telling this New Skin person why they should be with them. The New Skin person is talking to the Herbalife guy. The Herbalife guy is talking to the person at Janess and saying, wow, this is a better spot for you to be in. The Yes guy's talking to somebody else. And so what it winds up being is this crowd of people. And every time we make one of these moves, now this is the truth. I like the truth. I like it when it's attractive. I like it when it's unattractive. Every single time we make one of these moves, the result is that our actual sphere of influence got smaller. And it eliminated some of the people who were previously in the circle of influence. Completely logical. I call.
What? Does he not understand cold market? There are that people have to go outside the network. They can't just like fucking recruit each other from other network marketing companies. It would not last, dude. Like, seriously. They have to bring in people from elsewhere. You would run out of people. You do run out of people when you go, I think, is it 13 levels? But I don't think that's true. You say you like the truth? Wrong. I think this is a manipulation to get them to talk to other people. Like, this is your best guy, Nelo Life. This is your best guy. Damn.
8 months ago, and I said, for you, it's going to make us money. We can have fun. And then 8 months later, what do we find out? That company doesn't exist anymore. Well,
no, that's only once you're involved with Randy. Yeah. You know, like Transact and Finmore. You know how you were like talking that up and saying it was the best thing ever? And then it got heavily covered by the anti-MLM movement, and it got like eventually everybody just walked away with it. Well, first of all, they changed the name because there was like something like, oh, it's a bad association with that name. And then after you changed the name, people kept talking about it, and all of a sudden, a bunch of people walked away from it. Oh, we're still in that company, but we're going to start a new company. It's called Nelo Life. Remember that? Because it just happened, and you did that. You did that, dickhead. Sorry, getting passionate because I'm like, yeah, there are companies like that because of you.
that person is not likely to respond to my next message with a whole lot of eagerness or enthusiasm. And then what if we had that experience again sometime in the next few months? Well, folks, I just want to acknowledge that truth, which may be an uncomfortable truth, but it's good news if you come to understand what to do about it. Not only is our company or members and participants in our company, not the company itself, far from that, but many, I have conversations all day, every day with good people, people of goodwill and intent. They want more, they're willing to do more to get more. The primary mistake they're making is that they're continuing to sit on the same dock with their.
No, the big mistake is working with you and being an MLM, but also trusting you is the biggest mistake any of them is making.
All the same pond of water. Continue to talk to those same people who've already addressed the network marketing industry. And to make it worse, they're not just contacting people who've already said yes to the network marketing industry. They're talking to people who said yes to them individually about some other opportunity sometime in the next year, in the past year. So the result is that candidate list winds up being very, very, very small.
What? That doesn't even make sense. They've said yes to you, but are they already at a different company? God damn. Yeah, exactly. They do more to get more because they are desperate. Yeah, absolutely.
But that's the problem. The great news is there's a solution to every problem. Just as to every action,
He likes the truth. What's he going to say here? The truth. The truth is, I have the answer here at Nelo Live.
reaction. Well, just like that, to every problem, there is an identifiable solution. And so if we focus on the solution, then suddenly the problem fails and fades into memory and then one day distant memory. The great news is this: we perhaps, among these 6 million who've embraced the network marketing industry, we probably have access to the same number of those as anybody else. But I want you all to know, please know this, whether you want to know it or not, please know this. If you're fishing in the same pond that you were fishing in 10 months ago, 6 months ago, and 8 months ago, you've already caught all the fish you're going to catch. And if you catch them, I'm sorry to say, they're probably not going to have too much life in them. They look kind of like a kokanee salmon once they've already done their spawning and they're lying there about to die.
I don't think that this is an adequate metaphor. Also, you're talking about people, human beings. Yeah? They're not fucking fish, right? So, how about you respect that? It does sound like they're desperate. And at the beginning, Monica was talking about how they've got this great promo where you get if you get 5 people, affiliates who qualify for whatever that means, they get a $50 voucher at the swag store, at their own store. So you can only buy Nelo Life stuff. You get a $50 for recruiting 5 people. Yep. Yep. Fantastic. So are they desperate? Yes. Are they willing? And then Eric was like, we just want to give money away. No, you don't. Give them $50 cash to spend on whatever they like because they probably need it for rent or groceries or utilities or whatever, you know?
Maybe that imagery is not very attractive imagery, but I would challenge you to recognize this: the opportunity is far, far bigger. The solution is enormously bigger than the problem. The problem is 6 million people who formed opinions through their participation in these various companies and perhaps have formed opinions based upon their experience with leaders in those companies. What we have here is this enormous pool, 294 million people in America. Now, of course, we're going to talk to those who are 18 years or older. So then maybe we're down and look at demographics, see what that is. So maybe it's 200 million. But we have
Randy, you're getting dangerously close to that level thing. You don't want to give the game away. I hope he does. But like I said before, you can only do 13 levels until you run out of humans that you can recruit. This is not a sustainable business model, you know? Yep. Well, I think qualifying is paying the monthly thingamabob. Yeah. I'm not sure how many distributors they have. It's in the thousands, I'm pretty sure. But it's not it's not the biggest company like Amway and those sorts of ones. Amway is still huge, unfortunately.
200 million positive opportunities as compared to 110,000 negative possibilities. That's a number of people who may have looked at something else with us over the course of the last year or two. And so the first thing, if I could, and by the way, I express my opinions to you, and I acknowledge that these are opinions. There are some things that are facts. Facts cannot be refuted. One's opinion of those facts can be different. Facts can't be refuted. Opinions can. This is my opinion. It is a fact that 6 million people in America have said yes to network marketing. It is a fact that most of us have been in the industry for a period of time. It is a fact that most of us are.
It's a fact that they have been in the industry for a period of time. Yeah, Randy, that's a fact. This is their best guy. Their best guy just said, it is a fact that they have been in the industry for some time. A period of time. Like, what? Yeah. Like, that's not a fact. Like, oh my god. Yeah, sorry, Amway is the correct spelling there. If you know anything about American politics, when Donald Trump was the president, and God, look, I don't like Biden. Biden sucks, but god damn. Trump was at a rally the other day and he was like saying, "Oh, I would like to congratulate the late great Hannibal Lecter." He's talking about fucking Hannibal Lecter. Then he told a crowd of people that insane asylums are being emptied onto the American border. That's why he was talking about Hannibal Lecter, because he said that all these insane asylums were being emptied at the border, and people were just coming freely in from like insane asylums, worse than Hannibal Lecter. I'm like, how do these people believe him? His faithful people are just like, yeah, this is great. Oh, I love this. But he also said congratulations to Hannibal Lecter, the late great, and was very congratulatory, like saying positive things about Hannibal Lecter. And I'm like, dude, that's a fictional character. What are you doing? Oh, look at this picture that Randy has drawn. Look at this chicken scratch picture. I know that I am criticizing perhaps something that he can't change, but he could have a program with all of this already drawn where he presses a button, you know? Do you know what? I don't even, when he said that, insane asylums, I'm like, I don't think we call them insane asylums anymore. Don? You know, we're cool like that, Trump and I. Yeah, Randy absolutely is an artist. I have to, like, there is an artist who I love who does kind of like messy drawings, David Shrigley. So I'm being a little bit of a hypocrite right now. Yeah, there is free mind map software all over the place. Yeah, David Shrigley does it. He does very kind of like simple line drawings, and I adore his art. So, Minnie, stop, please. I think the dogs might be hungry. I'm gonna watch a little bit more of Randy. God, we've only got through. Oh no, we've done it. Oh, 15 minutes. Okay, I thought that I was a little bit further through. Look, messy on purpose, I'm okay with, but this, he's trying to sell this. This is his pitch, you know, like this is he's trying to motivate his sales force. And this is what he's like doing. David Shrigley, the amazing artist, he has a different purpose with his art. So I'm just like, yeah, I don't want to be too much of a hypocrite, you know.
For the course of the last year, have invited people to look at not just one, but perhaps two separate opportunities. That means it is a fact that our circle of influence has become smaller over the course of the last year as opposed to becoming bigger. And that, I think, describes in its simplest fashion why it is that some really, really good people are not having the kind of outcome they would like to have right now. They're simply talking to the wrong folks.
I don't think so, Randy. I don't think you understand. Well, no, actually, maybe you do. Because your company has been sending out cease and desist to anti-MLM creators. So I'm about 100% sure that you know that it's not about a circle of influence on your behalf, that it's a circle of influence on our behalf, and that is affecting you. Yeah, absolutely. He does not care. You're correct.
Happy to talk with anybody. That, of course, you know is true. But when I'm intentionally recruiting, and I want you to think about that idea for a minute. Are you living life by accident, or are you living life on a purpose? Are you making a plan and adhering to that plan, and therefore having some input into what the outcomes are? Or are you just kind of blindly wandering along wherever the current takes you? I promise you, the current is not going where you want to go. You're going to have to become skilled at swimming across the current. You're going to have to become skilled at swimming straight up against the current for a period of time.
Or maybe you could send a cease and desist to the current so that it lets you swim in like, safer waters. Yeah. Maybe you got people who are doing that. Hmm.
For a period of time, it might feel to you like you're swimming against the current when you begin talking to people who have not yet embraced the direct selling industry. Now, here I want to also acknowledge the truth of these 294 million people. They have already heard of network marketing. They are not in it today. That means they have made a conscious or subconscious decision that they don't want to be involved. That's the truth. If they've never been involved in the network marketing industry, they've heard of it before. They've probably been invited somewhere along the way. They're not involved. That means they've made a conscious or a subconscious decision that they are not going to participate. And so we need to know that which is measured can be improved. That which we acknowledge as being the truth, we can act upon. It's when we hide our head in the sand. It's when we pretend things that are clearly true are not true. When we try to avoid the truth as opposed to confronting it head on, that's when we don't make progress. And so if I've got
how dare he talk about this is the truth? I am like just the beholder of the truth, Terrible. Yeah, it absolutely is bad for people's mental health. Mighty possum. Unless you're always hustling, you're lazy, you're not going to go anywhere in life. Yeah, kids need to learn to relax and have fun again. Absolutely. Like my teaching area is drama, and I see Minnie, shush. I see play as just so important, and such an important part of growing up. And I had this class last year who a grade around about 12-year-old age group, 12, 13. And I was away one day and they played a game wrong, and it's called Bus Stop, and it's where you meet at a bus stop, and one person has to make the other person laugh. It's like a focus building activity. And if you laugh, you're out, and then another person comes to the bus stop. Yeah, Minnie is very talkative. And when I'm on my normal, this is a mobile stream, so it's like this, but when I'm on my widescreen, you can see the dogs. They're like within hands distance. Yeah, I was away and I told them they could play Bus Stop, but they played it wrong, and instead they were all pretending they were on a bus, and then they were like getting off the bus and getting kicked off and having conversations and fights and blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh my god, they're playing. They're playing. Like because they said, can we play it like that? We want to play that game like this. And I'm like, no, well, that's not actually gonna meet my educational goals. But it just was funny because they're so like stuck on like in technology and all that sort of thing. That was just kind of like innocent to see them just want to play. And I'm like, it's kind of cute and also a bit sad that but I was like, man, this is like little kids playing though. And they were supposed to be 12 and 13. So I thought it was funny. We need play. Play is important. But yeah, sorry, long tangent. Oh goodness me. Um. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. I think we. I know that I was talking to a parent yesterday and I said, like everybody can use creativity and improvisation skills. That's why a lot of people don't think it's like, oh, it's not a serious subject. I'm like, come on. But it's also fun. Come on. And I also say to kids, I can teach you to lie better. Yay. Oh, it's okay. It's
These
okay.
295 million people, maybe 200 million at an appropriate age, who have not yet participated in the network marketing industry. You know what I'm looking for? I'm looking for that guy, that gal, who has the same intense burn that I had 34 years ago. I'm not looking for a person who wants to try it.
Randy, please don't talk about your intense burn. God. Even if you are trying to sell it, that sounds terrible. God damn. He's got no. This is why I wonder, like, why do they listen to him? His optics are terrible. Ooh, gross.
I'll try to help them, but those who want to try it will fail. That's the truth. A person wants to try it, I would rather they became a consumer of our value-added products and services. I don't want someone to try our business. No one would buy a McDonald's franchise and try it. They spend $1 million.
False equivalence fallacy there, my friend. Not the same thing. Also, you kind of like people generally wanting other people to join a network marketing company, compare it to a franchise and say, well, it's too expensive to get a franchise. Why not just start this business? But it's not a business. You know? This is the question of the day. I cannot, and when they started rushing from Finmore to Nelo Life, I'm like, there's so many companies. I'm like, how do these people still trust him? Like he told them his inner burn or whatever he said before. He told them, like this is going to be the best opportunity ever, and he's saying exactly the same thing, using the exact same, like the Matrix and all that sort of shit, and they're still listening to him, and I'm like, ah. It's such a tragedy because he's taking advantage of their good nature, basically, and taking advantage of their hope and that they've got nothing else. This has to succeed, or they will have lost everything. And I'm afraid that that's what's gonna happen. You know. Leaving so many people in such a worse position. Like I said, there's a bunch of older people who are putting their 401ks into this and thinking on the promises of this man and his scratchy drawing that they're going to make money from it. It's no good. Wilbur. The two boys had a little bit of a touch up the other day, but we just got stuck because we were in a little squishy part of the room, and so hey, stop, please. Stop. Come here, Murphy. I think they are hungry. I know he's terrible. He's terrible. And you look at the people that are investing, and you're like, oh, I hope that they sort of own their houses and things like that. So, because you see this sort of thing happen where, people end up having to move in with their kids and stuff like that. So it's really bad. All right, I'm going to watch a little bit more and then we're going to go have dinner. Woo!
They wouldn't try it, they would do it. I'm not looking for those who will try it. That's not at all. I'm looking for that person who, for whatever reason, maybe it is that something went desperately wrong. I'm starting here because over the course of the last 2 days, I've had conversations with several people for whom things have gone desperately wrong. Now, when they told me that things have gone desperately wrong, I suppose they probably selected me to confide it in because they know that I'm so upfront about the truth of things.
No, because you position yourself as the team leader, Randy. You position yourself as the team leader. That's why they have told you that. And you are also told that you are the best guy at Nelo Life, you know? You do all the trainings, you do everything. That's why they're confiding in you. Like, why are you surprised?
Things having gone desperately wrong at prior times in my life. I am grateful today for every single one of those experiences. That's the first thing I want to say. For those of you who are things have gone desperately wrong, your marriage is in trouble, your finances are in trouble, you've lost your job, your home is in foreclosure, your child is out in the weeds somewhere. Whatever it is, things go wrong. That is the truth. Things go right in life and things go wrong in life. Things had gone wrong for me when on February 1st of 1990, I went to that first direct selling presentation. And as I sat in the back of that room with about 1,000 people there, I looked through that crowd. I remember to myself wondering, is there a single person in this room today who needs it as badly as I want it? Because I knew how badly I wanted it and how badly I needed it. I was suffering from an unrecovered drug and alcohol addiction. I'd just been fired from Merrill Lynch. I got a lifetime suspension from the New York Stock Exchange. That was all over.
Wow. I didn't realize that. He got a lifetime suspension from the New York Stock Exchange. He was fired by Merrill Lynch. Are they, who can help me out? Are they lawyers? Is that a lawyer? Wow. What a you're a loser, Randy. I don't care how much money he has. He's a loser. That sounds like, I don't know, maybe you've always been a dodgy fellow, if that's what it is. I mean, anyone who stays in network marketing for 34 years definitely knows that he's scamming people. So anyone who gets out because they don't have the conscience for it. Wow. This is very revealing. Yeah, maybe. I'd like to look further into that actually. Wow.
News, there was no job available to me. There was no job available to me, and besides there being no job available to me, there were no people who wanted to be my business partner. I was bemoaning that horrible situation to my attorney, and he said, "Randy, your answer is a simple answer. There's one door that's open to you. It's the network marketing industry." That, by
What a shitty lawyer. That's a bad lawyer. God damn. And really? You went to network marketing because it was the only thing you could do because you were because you basically couldn't get a job anywhere else. How embarrassing. I don't think that's a story of like Oh, okay. Merrill Lynch. And he also said drug and alcohol problem, hey? Ex-addict here, currently on the opiate treatment program. So there's no shame in that. It's shitty if you use that to recruit people, you know? Yeah, I would love to really look into this. I know that it's pretty old, 1990, so yeah, there might be some freedom of information stuff. I'm think I'm gonna get in touch with DeeCee because this is definitely not the one that DeeCee was watching the other day. I don't think, because I don't think he was sitting down and he didn't have that stripy shirt. One YouTube channel I know of has been exposed for stealing from a food bank. He was a manager and he was a politician and doing charity fundraisers here on YouTube. Wow. Ah, and they only just found out about it, right? Wow. Yeah, right. Mhm. I think Monica, they'll do that with depending on their company. You know, like I'm not as in like the people they're with, not the Nelo Life company. Yeah, they will change their story with whoever they are actually pitching. Yeah. All right, I'll leave it there because the dogs are noisy and getting. I think they're hungry. Me too, really. Yeah. Well, it's been lovely having a chat with everybody. Lovely to meet you, Mighty Possum, and you very gorgeous dog. Yeah. Trauma bonding, absolutely. It's huge. It's huge. The trauma bonding, definitely. And they often will say to other people, "Oh, you got to share your story." And they encourage you to be vulnerable and all that sort of stuff because I think trauma bonding gives people that idea that we really are close. You know, like we're friends now. We, like did this. We've shared this experience, and so now we're friends. But it's false. It's transactional. The relationships. Yeah. All right. Thanks for chatting, Monica, Naukita, Mighty Possum. And thanks to the replay crew. Shout out to the members. I don't have the members thingy to play, but shout out to the members. Oh, wait, no, not friends, family. Eric Allen calls them fam. Hey, fam. Hey, Nelo fam. Ugh, gross. All right. We will catch you definitely. I'm not sure if we're doing Boss Babe Bingo or we're covering someone on Sunday, but we definitely are roasting with the Clown Town. I'm so excited. I'm so excited because Val has been away for so long. We've had lots of streams with Gus, but yeah, I'm excited because Val was away and I missed them so much. All right. I will see everybody next time. Okay. All right. If you can like and subscribe, if you're not already subscribe, or just like, that'd be great. And I'll catch you next time. All right. Bye.